Getting set to go with racing action here at the Baer Speedway here, August 14th, 2010. First race on the card will be for the Baer Street Stocks. Joe Kuhnberger, Brian Gruss, Jan Long, Brad Peak, Kurt Campbell, Zach Vandal, Shaggy Vondraw, Al Fox, and Sean Moon the field as we get set to go here with the Baer Street Stocks. In heat race number 1, rounding corner number 3 and 4, coming to Jeff Barney Jr.'s green flag. Up front, Kuhnberger in the 71, jumps out to the lead. Jan Long on the inside. Working around Brian Gruss. Brad Peak sitting there in the 4th spot. Gruss and Long side by side off the corner. Gruss drops back to the 3rd spot. Peak on the inside, looking for 3rd in the 56. Kurt Campbell in the 16 in the 5th spot. Jackie Vondraw working with Al Fox around the outside. Alan Fox working side by side with Jackie Vondraw. Single file throughout the field. Back up front, Jan Long in the 16, trying to work around Joe Kuhnberger in the 71. Side by side for the number 5 position, Alan Fox in 99, side by side with Kurt Campbell. Fox in the 99 gets a little bit loose, halfway this time by. Fox still side by side with Campbell. This a battle for the 5th position. Campbell with just a little bit motor up off the corner. Side by side, they still work. Back up front, Jan Long in 16. Jan Long in the 16 takes the lead away from Joe Kuhnberger. Gruss in 196 going to try to work around Kuhnberger as well. Brad Peak's there as well in the 56. Fox still gets a little bit loose, working with the 16 of Campbell. Jan Long in 16. Out to about a 3-car length advantage. Kuhnberger 2nd, Gruss 3rd. Rounding corners number 3 and 4. Jan Long going to take the victory. Kuhnberger 2nd, Gruss 3rd. And congratulations goes out to Jan Long as he takes the victory here in heat race number 1 for the Baer Street Stocks division. Heat race number 2 on track now for the Baer Street Stocks. Starting grid, Oliver Fitzwater, Eddie Sprinkle Jr., the front row. Paul Murray, Destiny Sanders, the 2nd row. Mike Kramer and Brandon Pulver in the 3rd row. Andrew Royer and Curtis Setzer, the 4th row. Jamie Garrett and Alex Vondraw will be in row number 5. Up front, Oliver Fitzwater, Eddie Sprinkle Jr., the lead 2 cars. They'll bring them to green off of corner number 3 and 4. Coming to Jeff Barney Jr.'s green flag again. Fitzwater side by side with Sprinkle, headed down the back straightaway. Sprinkle gets a little bit loose. Fitzwater pulls out to the lead. Paul Murray in 54 to the inside of Sprinkle now. Paul Murray looks like he's going to clear Sprinkle for the 2nd spot. Battle is for 4th. On the inside is Mike Kramer. Destiny Sanders on the outside. Up front, Murray look to the inside of Fitzwater. Now Sprinkle in the 48 pulls back to the outside of Murray. Now Sprinkle gets a little bit loose. Murray's going to pull back ahead. Kramer's going to get by him as well. Now Royer in the 24. He's going to make a bid around Sprinkle as well for the 4th spot. Andrew Royer in the 24 working for the number 4 position. He looks like he's going to clear Eddie Sprinkle Jr. Destiny Sanders in the 10 making a bid as well. Fitzwater, Murray, Kramer, Royer. Now Sanders, the top 5. Halfway that time by. Curtis Setzer hounding the 10 car and Destiny Sanders. That's a battle for the 5th spot. Alex Vonderow in the 11 battling there as well. Up front, the 3 car of Fitzwater battling with Murray, about 3 car lengths ahead of Kramer in 3rd. Battle still here for 5th. Battle still for 5th. Setzer in the 76 gets a little bit loose. Vonderow in the 11 gets by him. Now Vonderow is going to try to make a bid on Sanders. Setzer in the 76 pulls back around the outside. White flag in the air, that time by. Coming down the backstretch. He runs late models here at the Barefield Speedway pretty regularly, but tonight he's going to bank a victory in the heat race tonight in the street stock division. However, Fitzwater wins heat 2 for the street stocks. Paul Murray, Andrew Royer, Mike Kramer, Destiny Sanders, Eddie Sprinkle Jr., Jamie Garrett. And we've got problems down in the last corner coming off the, as you see, the 11 car of Alex Vonderow in the 76. That's Curtis Setzer as they get involved. But congratulations does go out to the number 3 car of Oliver Fitzwater as he takes the victory in heat race number 2 for the Barefield Street Stocks. For the next portion of the night's racing program here at the Barefield Speedway, we head to the fast half mile as we get set to go with Modifieds heat race number 1. Starting lineup looks like this. Alan Fox on the inside of the front row. On the outside, it's Mike Miller. Row number 2, it's Alex Vonderow and Mike Bufrink. Row number 3, it's the 17 of Dylan Nussbaum and the 19 of Russell Miller. Going in the 4th row, Jeremy Wallen, and on the outside of him, it's Ralph Baxter. And starting all alone in the 5th row, it's the 13 car, that's Darwin Wolf. Field builds up speed, headed down the backstretch, getting set to go. With the first of 2 heat races tonight for the Barefield Modifieds, coming to green off of corner number 4. On the brake, it's going to be Mike Miller on the brake. Mike Bufink works to the outside of Alan Fox in the 85 T car. Vonderow sitting there as well. Russell Miller in the 19 works around Vonderow. Vonderow gets a little bit squirrely. He's going to drop to the back of the pack as you saw the 85 T car of Alan Fox with problems. Mike Miller, Mike Bufink. Russ Miller in the 19 trying to make a bid for the 3rd spot. Around Alan Fox. Russ Miller in the 19 clears the 85 T car of Fox. Baxter in the 80 works the outside now, trying to get around the 85 T car of Alan Fox. Nussbaum and Wolf there as well. That 85T of Fox is very loose. You see a couple cars get stacked up behind him. Both Baxter and Wolf get stacked up. Nussbaum gets around Fox now for the 2nd spot. Russ Miller in 19 gets around Mike Miller in 65. Russell Miller in the 19 trying to challenge Mike Bufink. We got problems in corner number 2. Corner number 2, a cloud of smoke. Darwin Wolf's involved in this. The caution flag now indeed does fly. As we see the 11 car of Alex Vonderow, he's involved down there. And I believe I also saw the 80 car of Ralph Baxter involved in the skirmish as well. Caution flag out. We'll line the field back up. Coming to green through corner number 3 and 4. Car number 85, Mike Bufink, your race leader. Russ Miller 2nd. Dylan Nussbaum 3rd. Jeremy Wallen works the inside of the 85T of Alan Fox. Battle for the race lead. Bufink battling with Russ Miller. Russ Miller in the 19, battling with Mike Bufink. Oh, he tags Bufink. Russell Miller in the 19 tags Mike Bufink in the 85. Bufink spins in corner number 2. Alan Fox in the 85T stops down there as well. Rounding corners number 3 and 4. Jeff Barney Jr. with the green flag back in the air. Russell Miller in the 19 gets back around. Alan Fox in the 85. Jeremy Wallen in the 70 car. Trying to work his way up. Nussbaum in a battle with Bufink. Nussbaum in the 17, side by side with Mike Bufink. Jeremy Wallen in a battle with Darwin Wolf. Side by side action going on for the first 4 spots. Nussbaum by a nose. Bufink pulls back around the outside. Wallen ahead of Wolf for 3rd. Nussbaum's going to get the race lead. Bufink's going to look like he's going to get shuffled back to 3rd. Now goes in a battle with Darwin Wolf up front. Nussbaum, Wallen. Wallen to the inside of Dylan Nussbaum. And Wallen's going to loop it. Coming to the line, Dylan Nussbaum, your race winner. Darwin Wolf, Mike Bufink, Russ Miller, Alan Fox, and Jeremy Wallen will have sat spun in corner number 4, as he will be credited with a 6th place finish. Congratulations goes out to Dylan Nussbaum, winner of heat race number 1 for the Barefield Modifieds. Second heat race on track now for the Barefield Modifieds. Starting lineup looks like this. Front row, Pete Wormcastle and Brent Martin. Second row, Rick Coe and John Gatton Jr. Third row, Scott Moyer and Mel Klein. Fourth row, Ron Stein and Scott Coe. And all alone in the back row is the 72 of Mike Mays. Coming through corners number 3 and 4, Wormcastle and Martin to bring them to green. Martin pulls ahead of Wormcastle for the lead. Battle for the 3rd spot. Gatton ahead of Rick Coe. Scott Coe in the 28 car in that unique looking race car. And we have a yellow flag. Pete Wormcastle, Brent Martin, Rick Coe, John Gatton, Scott Moyer, Mel Klein, the front 6 starters. Ron Stein, Scott Coe, Mike Mays, the end of the field, coming to green again. Martin in the 2, side by side, still with Wormcastle, down the back straightaway. Good battle going on for the race lead. Martin pulls ahead. Gatton pulls up to the outside of Rick Coe for the 3rd spot. Gatton side by side with Rick Coe in a battle for the 3rd spot. Thought he was going to maybe take an advantage up on Wormcastle. Good side-by-side racing. Now Coe pulls ahead. Scott Coe side-by-side with Scott Moyer. That's a battle for about the 5th spot. Moyer drifts a little bit high. Scott Coe in the 28. Rick Coe still in a battle with John Gatton Jr. Good battle for the 3 through 6 positions. Coe pulls ahead now at Gatton. Scott Coe ahead of Moyer. Field single file now. Brent Martin ahead by about 4 car lengths over Pete Wormcastle. Rick Coe 3rd. John Gatton Jr. 4th. Scott Coe 5th. Moyer 6th. Coe in 28 looking to hunt down John Gatton Jr. in the 89. Scott Coe in the 28 to the inside. John Gatton Jr. down the back straightaway. flag in the air. Brent Martin out front by a good 6 car lengths. Coming down the backstretch in car number 2. Rounding corners number 3 and 4, your winner of heat race number 2, Brent Martin. Horncastle second, Rico third, Gatton fourth, Scottco fifth, Moyer, Stein, Klein, and Mays, the rest of the field. As congratulations goes out to Brent Martin as he takes heat race number 2 for the Baerfield Modifieds. Heat race on track now for the Baerfield Mini Stocks division here at the Baerfield Speedway. The inside of row number 1 sees the 1 car of John Puff. On the outside, it's Alan Puff. Row number 2, Kevin Howard in the 37. Brad McBride was supposed to go scheduled in the 4th spot, but instead on the outside, it's going to be Dale Moses. 3rd row, Cameron Lindlag in 71. Justin Kelly in 62. 90 car, there's Brad McBride as he'll go from the 7th position. In the 8th spot will be the 97 of Dick Soul, and the outback will be the 51 car. As the field comes through corners number 3 and 4, going green here with the Mini Stocks heat race. And Moses gets into the back of Alan Puff. Puff goes around on the backstretch. And he's going to keep the car going. Don't know if we're going to see a yellow. Indeed we do. So the 2 car of Alan Puff gets the car righted. We're going to form the field back up and try this one more time. And we're going to probably get a jump start on this one as John Puff pulls way ahead here on the start of this one. Green flag in the air for right now. Battle for the 2nd spot. Howard on the inside. Moses trying to go up the middle in the 49. Moses with an impressive move. Moses trying to work the outside of the 49 car. Howard into the 2nd spot. Moses side by side with Kelly for the 3rd spot. Kelly pulls ahead. Lindlag in 71 pulling to the inside now. Moses powering back around the outside, trying to make a bid for 2nd. And Kelly in 62 gets a little bit loose. He's going to save it, though. He's going to save it, but he's going to come to a stop over in the 2nd corner. But now he gets the car back going. Probably had it stalled for just a second. Up front, the 1 car, John Puff, battling with Kevin Howard in 37. Brad McBride 3rd. Here comes the 37 of Howard to the outside. Howard's going to jump the backing and go off. Kevin Howard in the 37 goes off the backing in corner number 3 and 4. And that will bring out the yellow flag here once again in the Mini Stocks heat race. 1 to go signal has been shown to the field. A bit of a tussle going on. As the 1 car of John Puff brings him back to green. Jeff Barney Jr. just kind of holds the green flag out there as we're going to get this one called back. And indeed, the caution flag does come out. As you see Billy Cunningham on the lower part of the flag stand issuing the 62 car of Justin Kelly to the tail. As we come to restart number 2, next caution or checkered flag will end this race. Green flag back in the air. And Dale Moses gets into John Puff, and we're going to have a stack up here. John Puff loses the rear bumper on the 1 car. And that will draw the caution flag once again. And under track rules, that is going to end this race. Dale Moses in the 49 is going to get black flag for getting into the back of the 1 car. And I believe that will give the heat race victory here tonight to Cameron Lindlag in car number 71. Correction made to scoring, as scoring will revert back to the way the cars would have lined up on the restart. John Buff in the one car was the race leader at the time, so he will be credited with the heat race victory here tonight. Final heat race tonight at the Baer Speedway will be for the front-wheel drive compacts division here tonight. Tristan Crago will be on the pole for the heat race. On the outside will be R.J. Wyke in the 64 car. Chad Weeks in the 7 will go from the 3rd spot. Brian Martin in 93 will go from the 4th spot. Kenneth Weagold in the 71 car will go 5th. Steve Derwin will go 6th. David Fisher in the 5 will go 7th. Mark Mason will go 8th. And Destiny Sanders will be starting from the 9th spot here tonight. Field coming through corners number 3 and 4. Green flag out. We're underway with the final heat race tonight, as R.J. Wyke in the 64 pulls out to the race lead. Brian Martin in the 93 trying to hunt down R.J. Wyke. Steve Derwin in the 17 trying to run down Crago for the 3rd spot. Martin is on the heel, and Crago spins. Tristan Crago in the 8 car spins off the 4th corner. That will draw the caution flag. So we'll line this one back up, and we will have a complete restart. Tristan Crago, R.J. Wyke, the front row. They come down the back straightaway as we get set to go here. Weeks in the 7, Martin in the 93 in the 2nd row. Green flag back in the air. Three wide on this one. Derwin gets into some contact with Crago. Up front, R.J. Wyke in 64. Trying to hold the race lead over Brian Martin. Weigel in the 71, trying to get up there as well. Battle with Brian Martin. And the 71 car of Weigel gets into it. And big problems. One car upside down. That's the 71 car. That's Kenneth Weigel as he gets upside down. Big problems in this one. Tristan Crago, Brian Martin involved in this one as well. That will bring out the red flag, and they're going to tend to the driver on this one as we come to the complete restart in the heat race for the front-wheel drive compacts division. Green flag back in the air. Up front, R.J. Wyke with the race lead. Mark Mason in the 77 to the inside. He's going to take the inside and take the race lead. Wyke back to 2nd. Weeks sitting in 3rd. Derwin in the 17, battling with Destiny Sanders. Weeks in the 7, battling with the 5 car. Sanders to the inside. Destiny Sanders going to make a bid for 3rd. Destiny Sanders going to take the 2nd spot away from R.J. Wyke, who's trying to fend off the rest of the pack for 3rd. 5 car, David Fisher battling with Wyke. 7 car of Weeks battling there as well. Mason and Sanders up front by more than 6 car lengths. Wyke in 3rd, trying to hold off Fisher. Fisher to the inside of Wyke for 3rd. Weeks going to try to get the spot as well. They're trying to shuffle Wyke back to 5th. Stephen Derwin in the 17 going to yield to the rest of the field. He pulls off Fisher. Sitting in 3rd. Battle for the lead. White flag in the air. Destiny Sanders in 53. Battling with her teammate, Mark Mason. Destiny Sanders going to not have enough to get around. Mark Mason coming to the line to win the heat race for the front wheel drives. Mark Mason. Sanders 2nd. Fisher 3rd. R.J. Wyke's going to hold on to 4th. Weeks 5th. Martin 6th. And Crago will end up 7th. As congratulations goes out to Mark Mason in car number 77 in the Blaine Miller Road Service. Car number 77, Mark Mason, winner here in the front-wheel drive compacts heat race. First feature on track now tonight here at the Bearfield Speedway will be for the Bearfield Street Stocks. Brandon Pulver, your pole sitter. Andrew Royer on the outside. Curtis Setzer, 3rd. Jamie Garrett, 4th. Alex Vonderow, 5th. Mike Kramer, 6th. Destiny Sanders, 7th. Paul Murray, 8th. Eddie Sprinkle Jr., 9th. Oliver Fitzwater, 10th. Jackie Vonderow, 11th. Al Fox, 12th. Kurt Campbell, 13th. Zach Vandal, 14th. Jan Long, 15th. Brad Peak, 16th. Joe Kuhnberger, Brian Gruss, and Sean Moon, your field. Brandon Pulver and Andrew Royer bring them down the back straightaway through corners number 3 and 4. Billy Cunningham with the green flag in the air. We're underway with feature racing at Bearfield. Brandon Pulver takes the early race lead. Curtis Setzer, the 76, subbing for Sean Bonar tonight. He's in a good battle with Andrew Royer. Curtis Setzer in 76 goes to the inside of Andrew Royer. That's a battle for the 2nd spot. Curtis Setzer up to 2nd. Andrew Royer now in a battle now. Alex Vonderow in the 11. He's going to get the spot. Royer getting freight train. Jamie Garrett goes to the inside for 4th. Mike Kramer in the 3D for 5th, trying to get there as well. Destiny Sanders sitting in 7th. Up front, Curtis Setzer in 76. Trying to find a way around Pulver in the 18. Alex Vonderow in the 11 is there as well. And we got problems on the back straightaway. Kurt Campbell in the 16 has problems. And he comes to a stop on the inside of corner number 3. Caution flag is out. The 16 car of Kurt Campbell had to be pulled away. Meanwhile, we're getting set to go back. Green flag racing. Brandon Pulver, Curtis Setzer, Alex Vonderow, Jamie Garrett, Andrew Royer, the top 5 coming to green. Setzer to the outside of Pulver for the race lead on the break. Setzer working the outside, battles with Pulver. Setzer off the backstretch, gets upside down hard into the wall. Caution flag is out as the 76 car, Brandon Pulver, has problems. And that will draw the caution flag. We saw the 196 car with problems down in corner number 2, as well as the 54 car of Paul Murray. Brandon Pulver, Alex Vonderow, Jamie Garrett, Andrew Royer, Mike Kramer, the top 5, coming to green off of corner number 4. We're back racing with the Street Stocks at Bearfield. Alex Vonderow to the outside of Pulver for the race lead. He's going to get it coming down the backstretch. Jamie Garrett to the outside as well. Caution. Yellow foil problems. Field stacks up a little bit, not expecting the caution flag. But indeed, yellow flag out. Mike Kramer's involved down there. You see Jan Long as well as the 3 car of Oliver Fitzwater. Andrew Royer, Kurt Campbell, Eddie Sprinkle Jr., the top 6 coming to green again. Here comes Vonderow back to the inside of Pulver for the race lead. Alex Vonderow, your new leader. Jamie Garrett there as well to battle with Pulver. Royer and Kramer and Fox battling single file as Fox has gotten around Eddie Sprinkle Jr. Jamie Garrett in the 96 to the inside of Brandon Palmer. Andrew Royer's there as well. Jamie Garrett making a bid for second. Jamie Garrett solidly into the second spot. Here comes Royer to the inside. Royer trying to make a bid on Brandon Palmer for the third spot. Mike Kramer working in fifth. Fox is sixth. Battle for the seventh spot. Eddie Sprinkle Jr. trying to fend off Joe Kernberger. Kernberger in a battle back there with the 196 car of Brian Gross. Gross to the inside of Kernberger. He's going to make the pass. That's about for the number 8 position. Up front, Alex Vonderow in the 11. Jamie Garrett in the 96 trying to run him down for the race lead. Halfway this time by. Palmer third, Royer fourth, Kramer fifth. Single file throughout the field. Battle back in the pack. You see 56, Brad Peak working on Destiny Sanders. Sanders in the 10 in a good battle with Peak at the back of the pack as they're trying to clear the Vandal car, and that's the 12. Jackie Vonderow in a battle with Kernberger. Vonderow to the inside of Kernberger. That's a battle for about the number 8 position. Jackie Vonderow clears Joe Kernberger. Now Vandal in the 12. Trying to make a move on Kernberger. Not going to get to him. Brad Peak in 56. Trying to work around Vandal as well. Battle here between Eddie Sprinkle Jr. and Brian Gross. 5 to go this time by. Battle still for third. Palmer, Royer, and Kramer. Mike Kramer in the 3D gets a little bit loose, spins to the inside. He's going to keep the car going, but he may come to a stop. Mike Kramer comes to a stop, and the caution flag is thrown. Yellow flag out with about 3 laps to go. As Mike Kramer gets a little bit loose coming off the 4th corner and spins into the infield. As he gets the car back going and will rejoin the field. Here in the later stages of the Barefield Street Stocks feature. White flag shown to the field here in the Barefield Speedway Street Stocks feature. Alex Vonderow, Jamie Garrett, Brandon Palmer, Andrew Royer, Al Fox, Eddie Sprinkle, Brian Gross, Jackie Vonderow, Joe Kernberger, Brad Peak, the top 10. Coming down the backstretch, Alex Vonderow, Jamie Garrett will bring the field to green. Less than a handful of laps remaining. And problems in corner number 2. Al Fox gets turned around. That'll bring back out the caution flag. I think Brad Peace got a piece of that one as well. Meanwhile, the caution flag does indeed come back out. Coming through corners number 3 and 4, coming to Billy Cunningham's green flag once again. 5 circuits remaining. Fox to the inside of Royer. Royer's going to slam the door, coming down the back straightaway. Good battle for the 4th spot. Oh, Jamie Garrett loses a tire. Tire going wildly through the infield. Brad Peak takes evasive action to avoid that one. As the tire goes across, all the way across the go-kart track, takes out one of the works out one of the water barrels. Field coming to green off of corner number 4. Kuhnberger battling with Peak for the 5th spot. Sprinkle on the inside of Destiny Sanders for 8th. 3 laps to go. Mike Kramer in the 3D to the outside of Sprinkle Jr. 2 to go, signal up in the air, this time by for Alex Vonderow. Alex Vonderow streaking away with this one. He's going to get Billy Cunningham's white flag this time by. It's been a wild one tonight, but rounding corners number 3 and 4, your Barefield Street Stocks feature winner, Alex Vonderow. Al Fox 2nd. Brian Gross 3rd. Jackie Vonderow 4th. Kuhnberger just beats out Destiny Sanders for 5th. And congratulations goes out to the car number 11, Alex Vonderow, winner tonight here in the Barefield Speedway Street Stocks feature. The Great Lakes Outlaw Super Late Model Series getting set to go for 100 laps at the Barefield Speedway in Fort Wayne, Indiana, August 13th. Make that August 14th, 2010. Starting grid quickly here. This time by, they'll get the 1 to go signal. Front row, Dakota Carlson on the inside. Justin Clarity on the outside of row number 1. Row 2, the Lightning, Larry Zent 1. Then it's the 41 of Brent Jack. Third row, Scott Hansen, Derek Griffin. Harold Fair Jr. and Drew Charleston in row 4. Row 5, Scott Pemberton and Joe Ellert. Row 6, Terry Fisher Jr. and Justin May. And rounding out the field, it'll be the Pink Panther, Jasper Case, and the 212 car of Brock Collier. 100 laps the distance for the Great Lakes Outlaw Late Model Series here at Barefield Speedway. Dakota Carlston, Justin Clarity will bring the field to green, building speed through corners number 3 and 4. Racing underway on the big half mile. Cleanly through the first half lap. The Zent cars, Dakota Carlson and Larry Zent to the front 2 spots. Brett Jack going for 3rd. Good battle here for the number 4 position. Scott Hans trying to chase down Clarity. Battle for the 2nd spot. Brent Jack to the outside of Larry Zent. Brent Jack into the number 2 position. He's going to challenge Dakota Carlson down the backstretch. Dakota Carlson in a borrowed race car from Mike Laberta, being challenged hard by Butler, Indiana's Brent Jack for the race lead. Brent Jack on the inside of Carlson, down the back straightaway. Jack in the 41, Carlson in the 5. Jack looks like he's going to get the race lead. Larry Zent 3rd, Clarity 4th. Scott Hans runs in 5th. He picked up a solid effort here last night at the Toledo Speedway with the CRA Super Series. Hance, the defending champion of this event. He won the Three Rivers Festival 100 last year for the Outlaw Super Late Models, trying to duplicate his performance from a year ago. Problems for the 3-car of Joe Ellert. He goes off the top of the racetrack, comes to a stop in corner number 1. Caution flag is now out. They build speed coming down the backstretch. Green flag back in the air. Battle for the 6th spot. Derek Griffin trying to fend off Harold Fair Jr. Scott Hansen, 72, trying to chase down Clarity in the 7-car. That's the battle for the number 4 position. Griffin lurking there in 6th. Here comes Hansen, the 72, to the inside of Clarity in the 7. The defending champion from this event last year, Scott Hansen, into the 4th spot. You saw Griffin in the 16 get into the back of Clarity in just a little bit. Griffin in the 16 looks to the inside of Clarity. That's for the 5th spot. Here comes Derek Griffin, the winner of the Stan Perry Memorial. Battle for the 3rd spot. Scott Hansen, 72, trying to chase down longtime racing veteran Larry Zent. Hance to the inside of Zent. Dakota Carlson in the red 5 trying to run away from Larry Zent, his teammate. Clarity battling with Harold Fair Jr. Derek Griffin didn't indeed get around him. Top 5 cars. Brent Jack, Dakota Carlson, Larry Zent, Scott Hance, and Derek Griffin. Clarity 6, Harold Fair 7, Drew Charleston 8, Scott Pemberton 9, DJ Fisher running in 10th. Battle for the 10th spot. Jasper Case working the inside of Terry Fisher Jr. Wolcottville's Jasper Case, Ossians, Terry Fisher Jr. Down the back straightaway they go. Jasper Case going to get the 10th spot away from Terry Fisher Jr. Back up for the 2nd spot. Dakota Carlson in the 5. Larry Zent in the right 5. Scott Hansen, 72, trying to make a look to the inside of Larry Zent. Scott Hansen to the outside of Larry Zent, this time by side down the front stretch. Zent just gets a little bit loose. Justin May in the 69 heads to the pit area. Scott Hansen up to 3rd. Lap 25 in, this time by quarter distance. Derek Griffin 5th, battle for 6. Clarity still holding off Harold Fair Jr. by about 5 car lengths. And it looks like a front of 5 of Dakota Carlson. The red 5, it may be catching the 41 of Brent Jack. Brent Jack in 41. Dakota Carlson in the red 5. But it looks here pretty soon. Scott Hance in the white 72. It's going to be more than Dakota Carlson in the white, red 5 can handle. Scott Hance, the 72, is right on the rear bumper of Dakota Carlson. Battle for fourth. Larry Zent trying to hold off rising young star and Stan Perry Memorial winner Derek Griffin. Griffin trying to find a way around the racing veteran Larry Zent. Zent trying to take the youngster to school. Top 3, about 6 car lengths ahead of Larry Zent. Side by side for fourth. Griffin to the inside. Zent on the outside. Zent slams the door. Zent gets a little bit loose, so does Griffin. Great battle going on for the number 4 position. Battle still ongoing for the number 4 spot. Dakota Carlson in the 16. Still working hard on lightning Larry Zent. Last traffic playing havoc for the top 3 cars. Battle for second. Scott Hance in the 72 trying to chase down and get around Dakota Carlson in the red 5. Side by side through the corner they go. Hance on the inside. Scott Hance up to the second spot now. Almost set sail. Brent Jack from Butler, Indiana. Scott Hance from Angola. It's going to be a good battle for the lead here as Scott Hance in the 72 has caught Brent Jack for the race lead. Scott Hance on the inside. Took a look on Brent Jack that time down the backstretch. He'll take another look off the corner. Front 2 cars trying to check out on Dakota Carlson running third. Derek Griffin has moved into the 4th spot. Larry Zent back to 5th. Brent Jack in the 41. Scott Hance in the 72. Brent Jack, Scott Hance, Dakota Carlson, the top 3. Hance on the inside now of Jack for the race lead. Now Hance can't do it on the inside. He takes a look to the high side of Jack. Jack slams the door. Carlson in the third spot by about 6 car lengths, drifting back. Bryant Jack still your race leader. Hans looks again to the outside, can't do anything with it. Bryant Jack, Scott Hans, Dakota Carlson still the top 3. Hans to the outside again for the race lead. Jack slams the door. Now on the crossover, Scott Hans takes a look to the inside. Yellow flag out now. Problems on the front straightaway. The 5 car of Larry Zent has hammered the outside wall hard and has sheared off the right front of that race car. That's going to draw the caution flag as that car comes to a rest on the front stretch. Field builds speed coming down the backstretch. Green flag back in the air. 52 laps complete. Front 2 cars trying to run away again from Dakota Carlson. Flaherty 6, Carlson 7th, Pemberton 8th. Battle still for the race lead. Scott Hansen, the 72. The EMF Wiring Corp, Dick Poe Motorsports, car number 72. Scott Hansen trying to run down the Hartman Auto Body, car number 41 of Brent Jack. There's going to be a battle for the third spot here. Derek Griffin, the 16, has caught the 5 car of Dakota Carlson. A couple of young hot shoes. Carlson with several feature victories in his career already. Griffin, the winner of the Sandpera race at Angola back in June. Up front, Scott Ant still hounding Dunchak. Harold Fair, the 71, up to the 5th spot. Scott Hans again to the outside of Brent Jack. A crossover, Hans dives to the inside, trying to get the race lead. Hans has a fender on him this time by, down the backstretch. Jack slams the door. Right, Jack slams the door on Scott Hans. Opens up to about another car length lead. Meanwhile, Dakota Carlson in the 5. Looks like he may be catching Scott Hans for second. Brad Jack, the 41. These 2 front cars have put on a whale of a show so far. Hans takes another look on Brent Jack. He may have him this time by. Jack to the inside. Take that, Jack to the outside. Hans on the inside. He may have him this time by. They bang off the corner. Give the lead that time by to Scott Hans, but Brent Jack battles back on the outside. Brent Jack pulls back to the lead. Hans had him for a second and led that lap, but meanwhile, Brent Jack back to the race lead. These 2 cars put on a whale of a battle about 4 years ago at the Winchester Speedway for the race win. And they're doing it again here at Baer Field here in 2010. Hans again to the outside, can't do anything with him. Carlson third, Griffin fourth. Harold Fair Jr. in fifth, Justin Clarity sixth. Scott Pemberton running in the seventh position. Here comes Hance again to the outside of Brent Jack. Great battle, and it looks like the 16 of Derek Griffin may be catching the leaders as well. Harold Fair Jr. in fifth, about 5 car lengths back to the front 4 cars. Here comes Hance again on the outside of Brent Jack. Jack slamming the door again. Dakota Carlson in the 5 car, maybe playing possum right now with the 2 leaders. Dakota Carlson hoping that the front 2 burn their tires up. He will be there at the end. Brock Poyer in the 212 has problems. He's going to go to the pit area and be out of this one. The 2 leaders, Brent Jack from Butler, Indiana, Scott Hance from Angola, Indiana, putting on a whale of a battle here at Barefield Speedway. Battle for 5th. It's that 6th. Justin Clarity in the 6th. Scott Pemberton in the 7, trying to hunt him down. Here we go again for the race lead. Jack holding his own. Scott Hance with a fender on him again down the backstretch, trying to outbrake him. Brent Jack pulls ahead by just a couple of feet. Scott Pemberton still in a battle with Justin Clarity for 6. Oh, problems! The 72 of Scott Hance gets into the back of Brent Jack, and Brent Jack slams the outside wall hard here on the front stretch. Brent Jack hits the outside wall hard. And that race car is hit very hard. You see the seams starting to bellow out of the hood, and Brent Jack's not going to be happy with that one. Scott Hance, Dakota Carlson, Derek Griffin, Harold Fair Jr., Justin Clarity, the top 5. 75 circuits in, 25 to go. Hance in control, green flag back out. Derek Griffin in the 16, trying to hunt down fellow rising young star Dakota Carlson. Griffin in the 16 takes a look to the inside of Dakota Carlson down the back straightaway. Carlson pulls ahead by just a little bit. Scott Hance ahead by about a 4-car length advantage over Dakota Carlson. Carlson still battling with Griffin. Go back another 6-car lengths and you'll find Harold Fair Jr. in a battle with Justin Clarity in the 7-car. Battle is per second. Dakota Carlson in the 5 trying to fend off Derek Griffin in the 16. Scott Hance out to about a 5-car length advantage now over Dakota Carlson. Dakota Carlson in the 5. Field predominantly single file now. Best battle on the racetrack. Griffin trying to hunt down Carlson. Harold Fair Jr. sitting in 4th. Justin Clarity in the 7 in the 5th position. Scott Pemberton in the 51. He sits in the 6th position. Up front, Dakota Carlson and Derek Griffin have caught Scott Hance for the race lead. We're going to have a whale of a finish here, the way this one's shaping up. You got Hurricane and Lightning up front. The Hurricane, Scott Hance. Dakota Carlson in the 5. Driving Lightning, Larry Zensweig's car. Derek Griffin in the 16, trying to run them both down. Back for 4th. Clarity in the 7, looking like he's having some problems. Some smoke billowing out of that race car. And that's going to draw the caution flag. So problems on the number 7 car of Justin Clarity. That brings out the caution flag. Scott Hance coming down the back straightaway. He builds speed. He accelerates as they go through corners number 3 and 4. Scott Hance, the race leader. 12 laps to go here at Baerfield. Scott Hance gets the race lead by about 5 car lengths over Dakota Carlson on the restart. Carlson's going to have a handful with Derek Griffin here. Ten laps to go, this time by Billy Cunningham puts 2 full hands in the air for Scott Hance. Dakota Carlson in a good battle with Derek Griffin for the number 2 spot. Go back about 8 car lengths, you'll find 4th place. Harold Fair Jr. battling with Scott Pemberton. 9 to go. Drew Charleston 6th, Joe Ellert 7th, Brock Coyer sits in 8th. Best battle on the racetrack is indeed for the number 2 position. Carlson in the 5, Griffin in the 16. Top 3 cars, almost half a straightaway on 4th place, Harold Fair Jr. Scott Hance, Dakota Carlson. The front 2 this time by 5 circuits remaining. laps to go now. Scott Hance trying to hang on. Carlson and Griffin continue to battle here for the number 2 spot. Almost an entire straightaway now. These front 3 cars have on Harold Fair Jr. 3 to go. Carlson and Griffin are both there. Carlson takes a look on Hance. Hance pulls ahead by just a little bit. 2 to go. Signal this time by Billy Cunningham. Puts the popsicle sticks up. Carlson takes a look. Scott Hance in the lead by about a half a car length. Gonna be a heck of a finish here. White flag in the air this time by Scott Hance trying to clinch the victory. White flag into the air. Top 3 cars. You can throw a blanket under them. Scott Hance in the lead. We thought weather might have been a factor that was going to shorten this one, but the only weather there is, there's a hurricane coming. Scott Hance coming to the line. Scott Hance wins at Barefield. Dakota Carlson second. Derek Griffin third. Harold Fair, Scott Pemberton. 6th place is going to go to the 21 car of Drew Charleston. Joe Ellert will finish 7th, and 8th will be the 212 of Brock Coyer. Congratulations goes out to the EMF Wiring Corp. Richard Poe Motorsports, car number 72. Give it to the Hurricanes. Scott Hance with the victory tonight at the Barefield Speedway for the Great Lakes Outlaw Super Late Model Series. On track now will be the Barefield Speedway Open Wheel Modifieds getting set to go for their feature. The starting lineup going to look like this. Row number 1, the 77 is Scott Moyer. Mel Klein will go from the number 2 spot. Row number 3 will be the 3 car of Ron Stein, and then the 28 car of Scott Coe. Row 3, 72 is Mike Mays. 89, John Gatton Jr. Row 4, the 98 is Rick Coe. The 2 is Brent Martin. Row 5, the 9 is Pete Wormcastle. The 13 is Darwin Wolf. Row 6 is the 80 of Ralph Baxter and the 70 of Jeremy Wallen. Row 7, the 19 car is Russ Miller. The 17 is Dylan Nussbaum. Rounding out the field, the 85 is Mike Bufink. The 11 is Alex Vondero. 65 is Mike Miller. 85T is Alan Fox. 1 to go signal shown to the field. Scott Moyer, Mel Klein on the front row. Ron Stein and Scott Coe in the second row. The Hurricane won the Outlaw Late Model feature, but get ready to feel the thunder of the Open Wheel Modifieds here at Barefield Speedway. Alex Vondero spins in the second corner. That's going to bring out the yellow flag. Problems for the 11 car of Alex Vondero. He won earlier tonight in the street stock feature, but he'll get that race car back going the correct way, rejoin the field, and we will have a complete restart. Scott Moyer, Mel Klein, Rod Stein, Rick Coe, Mike Mays, John Gatton Jr., the front 6 starters, coming to green again off of corner number 4. Rod Stein to the 3, gets around Mel Klein to the 34 for the second spot. Mike Mays, the 72, working around John Gatton Jr. Scott Coe in that unique looking modified number 28 streaks into the number 3 position. Mike Mays for the 5th spot to the inside of John Gatton Jr. Field getting predominantly single file. Back here for about the 7th position, Rick Coe battling with Brent Martin. 4th spot, John Gatton Jr. on the inside. Mel Klein in the 34 on the outside. Gatton in the 89, running 4th now. Mel Klein in 5th. Jeremy Wallen in the 70 works the outside of Rick Coe. That's a battle for 8th. Wallen by a nose ahead of Rick Coe now. Mike Mays, the 72, still in a battle for the 5th spot. Battle for 2nd. Rick Coe continues the battle back in the middle of the pack. Meanwhile, Scott Coe, the 28 car, trying to find a way around the 3 car of Ron Stein. Oh, the 3 of Stein and Coe touch wheels. That's going to cost Scott Coe a little bit of time in the 28. Leader Scott Moyer ahead by about 3 car lengths. Battle for 6th. Mel Klein, the 34. Brent Martin in the 2. Scott Coe back around the outside of Ron Stein to the 28 car. Scott Coe, the 28, now into the 2nd spot. Scott Moyer, your leader. Scott Coe picked up a 50-lap victory here 2 weeks ago, and he bagged the Gold Cup race last week, trying to make it 3 victories in a row here at Baerfield. Scott Coe, the 28, trying to chase down race leader Scott Moyer. Stein 3rd, Gatton 4th. Mike Mays sitting in 5th. Scott Coe on the outside, trying to make the high line work to clear Scott Moyer in the 77. Coe with half a wheel, can't get to him. He'll try again down the back stretch. Coe in the 28 is there on Scott Moyer. Side by side through 2nd corner. Coe pulls ahead by half a fender. Scott Coe's going to get the race lead this time by. The Coe Motorsports Ace Radiator Works car number 28. Scott Coe into the race lead. Battle for 4th. Mike May still trying to work on John Gatton Jr. Front 5 ahead by about half a straightaway. Battle for the 6th spot. Jeremy Wallen 6th. Mel Klein 7th. Brent Martin 8th. Rick Coe 9th. Pete Wormcastle in the 9 rounds out the top 10. Here for 7th, the 2 of Brent Martin working on Mel Klein. Brent Martin in the 2, Mel Klein at 34, putting on a whale of a battle for about the 6th spot. Battle for 11th, Ralph Baxter the 3rd, the 80 car, battling with Darwin Wolf. Second advantage now for the leader, Scott Coe. And we have a caution flag out on the track now. Problems on the front stretch. That's the 17 car of Dylan Nussbaum with problems. Field builds speed down the backstretch, rounding corners number 3 and 4. Green flag back in the air. Gatton drifts a little bit high. Mays takes a look to the bottom. Battle for the 4th spot. Jeremy Wallen running at 6, trying to close that one up. Stein in the 3 car. In a good battle for 2nd on the 77 of Scott Moyer. Single file formation throughout the entire field now. Scott Coe, Scott Moyer, Ron Stein, John Gatton Jr. in 4th, gets a little bit loose, opens up the door now for Mike Mays. Mike Mays in a good battle with John Gatton Jr. Mays in the 72, pulls ahead now just by a little bit over John Gatton Jr. Jeremy Wallen leaking there in 6th. Jeremy Wallen pulls ahead now to the 5th spot. Move Gatton back to 6th. Mel Klein spins off the 4th corner. Field builds speed through corners number 3 and 4. Green flag back in the air. Scott Coe trying to hang on. Whoa, something breaks on the 28 car of Scott Coe. A piece of suspension breaking on Scott Coe. White flag in the air. That spells heartbreak for the Ace Radiator Works car number 28 of Scott Coe. Meanwhile, down the back straightaway, riding corners number 3 and 4, winning the Barefield Modifieds feature, Scott Moyer. What an exciting finish. Thought that Scott Coe was going to make it 3 weeks in a row here at the Barefield Speedway in the Modifieds division, but gets denied on something on the suspension pieces on that car number 28, and laying there in wait It's Scott Coe with the heartbreak, and Scott Moyer in car number 77, as Scott Moyer takes the victory tonight here at the Baerfield Speedway in the modifieds. Many stocks on track now for their 15-lap feature here at the Baerfield Speedway. Starting grid looks like this. The 37 car, that is Kevin Howard in 37. On the outside, the 2 car, that's Alan Puff. Cameron Lindlag, Dale Moses, Brad McBride, Justin Kelly, John Puff in the 1. The 97 is Dick Soul. Jake Hinton in 9. Corey Nuttall in the 9N. And out back in the 51 is Chris Howard. 15 laps is the distance for the Baerfield mini stocks here. Green flag off of corner number 4. Howard takes the race lead. Puff goes off the banking, and he's going to jump the berm, but keep the car going. No caution flag. Kevin Howard, Cameron Lindlag, Dale Moses. Moses in the 49 in a battle with Lindlag. Jake Hinton in the 9, working his way through the field. The 9N of Corey Nuttall, working his way up as well. Hinton and Nuttall battling their way through the field. They've worked their way up to 4th and 5th. Now Hinton goes to work on Dale Moses. Kevin Howard, Cameron Lindlag, your leaders. Hinton to the outside of Lindlag for second. Hinton to the outside of the 71 of Lindlag. Nuttall working on Moses for the 4th spot. Halfway this time by. Hinton's going to make a bid for the race lead. Jake Hinton, your new leader. Kevin Howard in a battle with the 71 of Cameron Lindlag for second. Corey Nuttall up to 4th around Moses. Nuttall in a battle with Howard. Moses in the 49. Battling here for the 4th position. Moses 4th, Kelly 5th, Soul 6th. Battle is for 7th. Brad McBride in the 90, Kevin Howard in 37. Dick Soul goes for 5th on the 30. Make that the 62 car. That's Justin Kelly. 2 laps to go. Whoa, Dick Soul gets into it with Dale Moses. Dick Soul in the 97 gets into the 49 car. He spins in corner number 2. Caution flag out. Hinton in the 9 up front, bringing them in slowly. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. Corey Nuttall into the second spot around Lindlag. These 2 cars, probably the strongest 2 in the pit area. Nuttall won the Gold Cup race last week. White flag in the air. The 9 duo, Jake Hinton, Corey Nuttall, the front 2 cars, rounding the final corner here in the mini stocks feature. Jake Hinton gonna get the victory. Final feature of the evening will be the Barefield Speedway front-wheel drive compacts division. Tristan Crago, RJ White, the front row. Chad Weeks, Brian Martin will be in row number 2. 71 car. That's Kenneth Weigold. He's back on track after flipping earlier in the heat race. Stephen Derwin in the 17. The 5 car is David Fisher. 77, Mark Mason. 53, Destiny Sanders. 13, Jeff Shumadine. 18 car, Casey Spillers. 12 laps the distance. Final feature of the night. Green flag goes up in the air. We're racing here tonight at Barefield Speedway again. On the break, it's Tweety Bird. RJ White into the race lead. Brian Martin headed for second. Crago in the 8 car fading quickly. The Blaine Miller cars, they begin their assault. 3 wide going on here between Derwin, Fisher, and it looks like Brian Martin. No, that's Weigel in the 71 car. I think was involved in that. Up front, RJ White trying to fend off the 93 car of Brian Martin. Crago in the 8 car spins a little bit going through the infield. Green flag still out. White still the leader. Weeks in the 7 car trying to fend off the field behind him. Martin in the 93 to the outside. 17 car, Steve Derwin. 7, Chad Weeks battling there with Wyke as well. Stephen Derwin, the 17, making a bid for the race lead. Stephen Derwin on the inside of Brian Martin. David Fisher in the 5. RJ Wyke in 64. Mark Mason in the 77 is coming. Casey Spillers in the 88 as well. As the 2 CRXs split around the 64 of Wyke. Spillers gets a little bit loose. Spillers goes to the grass. He dives to the infield. Problems on the 88 car. Battle for the lead. Fisher in the 5. Derwin in the 17. Trying to hold on to the race lead. But Mark Mason in the 77 car is coming. Part of the Blaine Miller team. Mark Mason, 77, has cleared the 93 car of Brian Martin. Shelmadine on the inside. Shelmadine and Spillers were racing earlier tonight at the Angola Motor Speedway. Well, problems in the back of the pack. RJ White gets a little bit loose in the 64. Battling with Weigold and Weeks. Back up front, David Fisher in the 5. Mark Mason in 77 to the inside of Stephen Derwin. Mark Mason and Jeff Schamadine trying to catch the leader. David Fisher in the 5 car. Tristan Crago, the lap car in the 8. Gonna maybe play a block here right now. Mark Mason and Jeff Schamadine trying to chase down David Fisher, the race leader. 2 laps to go. Schamadine at 13 makes a bid to the outside. Mason throws the block. White flag in the air this time by. We may have an upset in the making here. David Fisher takes the white flag. We got an upset brewing here. He just has to hold on for one more half of a lap. The entire time here at 2010 at the Barefield Speedway, it's belonged to the Blaine Miller Mafia, but David Fisher pulls off the upset and wins at Barefield. Congratulations goes out to David Fisher in car number 5 as he takes the victory tonight in the Barefield Speedway front-wheel drive compacts.
To do it, so we got a new winner.